it's your girl, the Bedrock Beauty, and I'm back with another get ready with me. I was going to just do the eye look, but for this, I'm just super excited. So, this is the Kat Von D Serpentina Palette, and when I tell you guys, I waited in line for this. Well, I waited in line online, but I waited. I was checking every like 5 minutes, refreshing it until this was released. First off, Kat Von D, like, I love everything about her. Like, I love her as a person, as a tattoo artist, and now as a makeup creator. Like, her palettes are incredible. This is the first one that I've actually ever bought because, like, I really have a thing about palettes because I feel like you don't never really get to utilize all of the colors in the palette. But, girl, look at this. These colors are so me. Like, all of these colors, I can see myself using this like on a daily basis. Like, you know, I'm not one of those stick with neutrals and all of that. Like, I love to do wild and crazy stuff with my eyes, like on a regular day. So I'm so excited about this palette. The palette has 9 shades total. We have 2 matte shades, then we have 6 shimmer shades, and then we have 1 pigment, which this, I think this was $46 for this, or $45, one of those, and you get 9 shades. But let alone the pigment would normally be about 20 bucks. So come on, guys, this is incredible. The packaging is just gorgeous. Like, look at this. It's like an Egyptian type of deal. Like, it has this magnetic little open close thing, and then it has this amazing mirror. It's just incredible. I love it. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to zoom in, of course. I'm going to do my brows and all of that good stuff. You know, y'all have been here before. And then I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the look that I've come up with. Well, at least one of the looks that I've come up with from this palette. So, of course, I swatched it because I couldn't just, like, resist opening it and loving it and just touching it. So, I've already swatched it, but this is the first time of me using it on my eye. So, we're going to see how the pigmentation transfers from swatches to the eye, because sometimes it's a little different. And then we're going to figure out what foundation we're going to use. I have, like, 3 foundations up here that I don't know which one we're going to go ahead with. But if y'all want to see me do a look with this, just keep on watching. Alright, guys, so I've already done my brows using this. Like, I had to go back to this because I feel like I hadn't been liking my brows. So I went back to the NYX Eyebrow Gel, and I really feel like my brows are on fleek, you know. And then I went over it with the Gimme Brow from Benefit, and I'm liking this combo together. It's really like a natural kind of brow. Then I went ahead and tape the outer side of my eye so we can have a really clean line. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but so we can have a clean line. So, like, you can take the sides, and then when you rip it off after you do your eyeshadow, it'll be a straight kind of line, you know. So that's the look I'm going for. So what we're gonna do is open this bad boy up. If I can open it up. Oh, I was doing it from the wrong side. Oopsies. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this red shade, which is Blood Milk. And normally I would use like a brown for this, but I'm going to do a red transitional shade to kind of bring it some depth or whatever. So we're going to just go in with our handy dandy Wet n Wild blending brush and just go in lightly. Because I'm not sure how pigmented it is. I'm going to go in lightly with Blood Milk, just in the upper crease area. And this is a really beautiful red shade. Like, I just want to light it. Like, I don't want it to be too much. Y'all know how I love red transition shades. And especially on us darker skin girls, it really kind of brings out our skin tone. At least to me. So, I'm going to go in with the Queen shade, which is like a mauve-y kind of burgundy shade. And I'm going to use my e.l.f. concealer brush. Because I like the concealer brush to kind of just pack on that color. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to go in with Sarabi, I think, or Sarab, which is this green color here, the second to last color. And we're going to put that in the middle. And when I tell y'all, I'm just coming up with this as I go along because I had a plan, and then the more I look at the palette, I'm just like, no, I'm just going to just freestyle it right now. Oh, yeah. Okay, so then now I'm going to go in, after we've done Sarabi in the middle, I'm going to go in with this black shade, which the name I can't say, this black gold shade, and we're kind of just going to smoke it out and see how that turns out. So since we have the tape, we can kind of we don't have to be afraid to kind of just get crazy. Then I'm going to mix some of that red shade that we first started with, which was Blood Milk, and kind of still with this same blending brush, kind of smoke it out a little bit more towards the middle, you know. Kind of just blend it out to soften up that black. Okay, so far I'm loving this. I was real nervous when I started just freestyling it, but I'm really loving this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a liquid eyeliner and do my wing, rip this tape off, and then we're going to get to our face, which is like the main event. Okay, so we've done the rest of our eyes off camera. I put my lashes on, done my wing, and then also while I was away, I went ahead and did my black eyeliner, and then I smoked it out using the Blood Milk, which was the first transitional shade we used. I went ahead and put Profit in the inner tear duct, and then now it's time to take off the tape and show you our clean lines. Whew. So now we have a smooth, clean line, and the tape kind of helped any fallout that we had. And honestly, I noticed with a lot of her other shades that there was a lot of fallout. Well, with this palette, I didn't really experience that much fallout with the shades. Like, I think that they like held on to my brush really well, and I'm really loving this look that we created. And I used a lot of colors that you wouldn't normally think would go together, but I love it. And I feel like I love like that look of like really deep eyes. I don't know why, but I feel like it brings out your face. So I'm in love with this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in. I'm going to tell you guys a story. This is literally, this Kat Von D foundation is what really got me started on this like journey of really trying to like figure out how to do makeup on like a real professional level from this Kat Von D foundation. When she came out with this, I think Sandy had a review on it, and she was like how great it was. It's really thick, really full face foundation. I was like, I really want to start not using CoverGirl and Maybelline and all of that and go into the higher end. And this was the first foundation that I ever got that was high end. It was the first time I ever went in Sephora. So Kat Von D really started this journey with me in makeup. Like, I really am grateful. Even though she doesn't know me, I'm really grateful to her for helping me find my passion in life, you know. So this is the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation, and I'm in the color 21 Deep. So I've already dampened my beauty blender, and for her foundation, it's really thick, so I feel like the beauty blender kind of like shears out foundation, at least to me. So I'm gonna go in with this, and it's kind of light, but my skin has been kind of light lately, so we're gonna go in and just get it started. This is the color here. It's a little light, but after I contour and all that stuff, you won't even notice. So just gonna dot it on. And it's so thick, you really only need like 1 or 2 pumps. And with this foundation, I don't really have to go in with a concealer or like, because it really covers up all of my dark spots, because it's really meant to cover up tattoos, because you know she's a tattoo artist. So she originally came out with this because she has tons of tattoos, and like when you do photo shoots and stuff, they cover it up, and it's hard to find a foundation that'll cover up tattoos. So this foundation was originally meant for that. And I know y'all thinking, girl, you look crazy, but you just gotta beat it into your skin until you get that flawless kind of coverage. Okay, now that we've done our foundation, which is looking a little orangey, but I'm gonna kind of work with it and bring me back, you know what I'm saying? Because I look a little stark right now, at least on the viewfinder I do. I don't know how it's coming off to you guys, but I look really oompa loompa-ish. We're gonna go in with some concealer and contour and kind of just bring some naturalness back to the skin tone. So I'm gonna go in with my LA Girl concealer mixed in with a little of my matte concealer to kind of just bring some color and some, like, redirect the light, because I don't like the way the light's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of weird. I just don't like how it's looking right now. Okay, so now that we've highlighted our face, what I'm gonna do is, I've been loving using this e.l.f. pointed foundation brush to blend out my concealer. I like it a little bit better than I do when I use the Beauty Blender, because, like, I don't know, I feel like this one, it has more of a smooth kind of finish. So I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. pointed foundation brush, and we're going to blend out our concealer. And I like that it's, like, perfect. Like, look, it fits perfectly into the grooves of the face. About you guys, but I feel like it gives a more natural highlight versus the bam highlight with this brush versus when I use the Beauty Blender. Okay, so now that we've highlighted our face, I feel like we're starting to look more like us, you know, starting to look like a human a little bit. And we're going to go in using the Shade and Light palette from Kat Von D, of course, because we're trying to stick with mostly Kat Von D products for this video. And then, as y'all can see, my Kat Von D palette has been through the wire. Like, I love this. Like, before I started using, like, Laura Mercier and all of these different highlighting contour stuff, this was my holy grail. And it really still is. So what we're going to do is, I love, instead of using the Laura Mercier, I love to kind of highlight. And it's like a mix between extra coverage and baking. So I like to use this warm peachy shade mixed in with this yellower shade. And just... like, I've literally got to the point where I have to scrape it off because I use so much of it. So I'm gonna need Kat Von D. She's supposed to be coming out with, like, the refillable pans and stuff. I'm gonna need her to hurry this up because literally I don't use these here, because they're more for fair skin tones. I stick to these over here. And I'm out of the ones that I want. And I don't want to buy a whole nother palette just to get the colors that I want, you know? So we're just going to go over those highlight area. You know the drill. But with this, though, you have to be a little bit light-handed because it isn't translucent as the Laura Mercier powder is, so it is going to give you a little more coverage, you know. So we're just gonna let that sit on there, and then we're gonna go in. So we're gonna go in using our NARS brush, well, I guess our NARS contour brush, and we're gonna go in that deeper shade here. And I've been like working, like having a love and hate relationship with cream contour, because you know normally I'll go in with my, what is it, black opal. I would normally go in with my black opal cream contour, and I just feel like it's starting to like muddy up the face. So until I get that worked out, I'm gonna go back to handy dandy powder contour, because cream sometimes, like if it doesn't blend properly, I don't know if it's like the brush or whatever I'm using, but it's starting to muddy up my face, and I just really don't like that. And I feel like the powder kind of gives you more of a subtle contour versus like a full-fledged contour, you know. So we're gonna go ahead and use our Wet n Wild powder brush and kind of wipe off this excess powder, because I'm looking a little white. Don't be afraid to put a little pressure, you know. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go in and do our blush. And I know you're like, oh my god, Pebs, you still look a little crazy. Once we spray and let this all settle in, it'll look better, trust me, because I'm looking at the viewfinder like I look white. But we're gonna fix it with lip and all of that stuff, guys, trust me. You just gotta trust the process. So we're gonna go in, and I've been mixing these two blushes from NYX, which is Intuition and Beach Baby, or Beach Babe, whatever one you want to call it. And then also, I don't know, I want a little bit more color. I'm gonna go in with Double Dare, just really lightly. It's this really bright orange blush, and I'm just gonna tap it really lightly. Okay, I feel like I'm starting to look more like a human right now. Would you guys agree? Yes. So we're going to go in with the Makeup Revolution Pro Fix Oil Control Fixing Spray. And we're just going to douse ourselves, just bathe in it to kind of get rid of this powdery look that we got going on. Woo! And I really love this stuff as an affordable option if you don't have the money to go ahead and get the Urban Decay Fix Setting Spray, whatever. Like, this is a really good alternative. Like, pair with the Nivea Aftershave Balm. Use this as a primer. This is a setting spray. Your face will be looking bomb until the end of the day. Like, it will be looking amazing. So now that we've kind of gotten rid of that powdery look, because I feel like now this is looking amazing, we're gonna go in with my favorite part, your favorite part. And I don't know why I didn't think of this first before I set my face, but we're gonna go in and highlight, girl, highlight. So we're gonna go in using the Morphe M511 brush and just highlight, girl. And I'm using the Makeup Revolution Shimmer Brick, which is supposed to be like a dupe for the like Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick. I haven't tried the Bobbi Brown, so I can't say it is, but the packaging's similar, you know, all that. Girl. Girl, look at, ooh, she is glowing. Ooh. On camera, it's picking up even brighter than it is in person, but oh my god. But girl, you are glowing. You are like a glowing goddess right now. And I feel like I'm starting to look more like myself. Like, I don't look crazy. So, since we're trying to stick with Kat Von D for this video, Of course, it wouldn't be Kat Von D without her liquid lipsticks. So as you can see, these are the colors that I like to lean towards, purples and reds. So I don't know what we should do, because I feel like I went vampy on my last look. So I should probably try to lighten it up. So should we go nude or purple? But then purple doesn't really go with this green shirt I have on. So we're just gonna, or should we do an ombre? Okay, this is what we're gonna try to do. We're gonna go in and use Lolita, the original Lolita, and Vampira, which Vampira was like the love of my life for like the longest time. So we're gonna go in and do an ombre look. So we're gonna start off with Vampira. And now that we got Vampira on, we're gonna go in the center with Lolita. So this is the color that I kind of created mixing Vampira and Lolita together, and I really like the finished look. This is the eyes. And the lip. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoy watching this Get It Ready with me using mostly Kat Von D products. I'm really proud of how it came out, because when we first started, girl, that foundation was looking kind of orange, you know. But you know, when you all you gotta do is just beat your mug and conceal and contour, and I'm telling you, you can work with some foundations, especially for us girls of color. It's kind of hard to find the perfect shade for us, so sometimes you have to manipulate. So when you have a color, a foundation color that doesn't really match you, and you went up a shade, went down a shade, like just play with highlighting and contouring your face, and it'll kind of help you match mostly any kind of color with your skin tone. Like, well, not any kind of color, but you know, something that's close to your color range. Because for us women of color, these brands don't really cater to us like they should. Like, they have 1,000 fair shades and then 4 women of color shades, and that's just ridiculous. So you have to just manipulate these foundations to kind of get it to work for you. Thank you guys for tuning into my video. I hope you guys loved watching me do my tutorial and my first impressions on the new Serpentina palette, which I'm loving, and also using mostly Kat Von D products, well, all the ones that I have. And I enjoyed you guys. Thank y'all for tuning in, and I'll see y'all next time. Of course, a shopaholic like me, when you hear $1, it makes you add more stuff to your cart, because it's kind of like, you're like, oh, well, it's just $1, and then next thing you know, you just spend like $50.